What's cracking, people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Jak 3. In the last one, we did a bunch of stuff for the Resistance and destroyed Daxter's sign. Sorry, buddy. In this one, we're going to do another one for the Resistance. But first, I need some ammo.
Jak, we've got word of a new assault on the port. They're trying to take us out once and for all. The strange thing is, we're seeing movement from both the KG and Metalhead fronts. It's like they're working together. We've got to repel this assault or we're through. I hate to do this to you, but I'm putting you on the front line. You're my go-to guy. Stop any KG or Metalhead units from reaching this place. If we lose this one, we're history.
And now for my least favorite section of the entire Jak and Daxter franchise. I don't like this section because you only get your blaster to start off with. It has infinite ammo, yes. But if you're like me and you've taken my advice and you've used the reflector the entire time, this section immediately becomes more difficult because you don't have free access to your weapons. You just don't, and whatever light eco you have, they remove it because if you have the ability to heal whenever this section just becomes difficult. But yeah, you know, you're essentially at the mercy. And also, I don't think you keep any weapons that you pick up from a drop. So yeah, you don't. So yeah, no. So not only are you not fully in control of your arsenal, yeah. So not only are you not fully in control of your arsenal, you are fighting at a disadvantage, and it has this weird, it has this weird overhead camera perspective, you know. And it's one of those things where it's like, general rule of thumb is you can usually tell when a dev team is crunched for time when you play a section that doesn't feel right, you know. And this is one of those sections that just doesn't feel like. Come on. Now, also, you may be tempted to use your Dark Eagle here. Don't. Just don't. You wanna stay that for a little bit. Because what happens is you now have to use your arsenal only when they pop up, and you get limited ammo with it. And this next section is actually pretty difficult because you have to protect these three civilians. They'll eventually just duck and cover, and luckily, how it works is that I think you can't do any damage to them, they can, so that helps out a little bit, because if all three die, you're done. But yeah, they give you access to your current arsenal, and only your current arsenal. So, for instance, let's say you don't do Tess's mission and get the Gyro Burster, you will not have the Gyro Burster for this. Yeah, you would just not have the Gyro Burster for this section at all, which is not a big deal. Not getting that look at the drops. I usually get the wave launcher. I got the wave like 4 times in the last run of this. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah, if I had a reflector, this entire mission would be ridiculous. Yep. You're probably gonna fail on this part of the mission specifically, like a lot. Don't feel bad about it, because it's honestly needlessly difficult. It's my least favorite mission for a reason, because it takes away a lot of control from you. Like, well, I say a lot of control. It takes away a lot of agency. I think that's a better term for it. And what I mean by agency is that, well, yeah, essentially it's just control. You know, you have to run around the field trying to grab your weapons that have limited ammo, so they're not all that useful against a wave of enemies that have like ridiculous wind-up time, and you're just essentially it just feels needlessly difficult. Like a lot, it just feels, well, needlessly artificially difficult. Like, it doesn't feel like a difficulty that's difficult because it in and of itself is an actually difficult challenge. It feels difficult because they needlessly put restrictions on you that just don't need to be there. Like you know, I mean, I said like 5 times already, but removing of your arsenal, an arbitrary like protection mission with you know with okay, come on. With just all this nonsense on top of it, it just doesn't feel like it needs to be here. Now this one's a little bit easier. Do I have enough health for this? No, I need a little bit more health for this. This one's a little bit easier because you're just dealing with this, but it's still annoying, you know. And it definitely shows that this game was pushed out in less than a year. And granted, Naughty Dog is no stranger to just doing strange mechanics with their games. I mean, if you played any, well, I mean, during this era, during this era of their career anyway, well, of their tenure as a game developer, you'll know. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to calm it down. A little bit of help is, you know, good. Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Spider Droid. You're not as cool as your Star Wars counterpart. At the Vulcan Furies would be much easier. Wrong way. Stepped on me right as I picked it up. Yeah, no, I do not like this section at all. Come on! Enough with the stepping guy. I mean, really? Oh, only see 2? Oh, okay, that's at all. Not aiming properly. Almost got him. There we go. That's round 1. Yep, there's more than one of these things. Oh, they actually took it out. I'm surprised. Also, the detonation's pretty big.
You did it, Jack. You stopped the assault.
Okay. That was needlessly difficult. Well, I guess we'll go on to do this next one for Tess.
Dexter, my hero! This city is too dangerous. We need our own little place in the country. A little pink house with a white picket fence and a fireplace and a big 4-poster bed for me and a little osel run on the side of the house for you.
Aw, are you worried about me, my little Tessie Boo?
Of course, my itty-bitty whisker puss.
Oh, please. Will you two take it outside?
You need a hug, Jack, because we got plenty to go around.
Rumor is, you two are the only hope we've got to reach the catacombs. I've programmed the gun course to simulate some of the new enemy tactics. Want to try it out?
Alright, so now we're on to the red eco weapons. So the idea is that this is going to simulate new tactics. And by that they mean it's just going to be some of them will have shields. That's all that is. And I'll admit the shotgun is going to be the harder one for me because I'm not good with ranged weapons. Well, close range weapons anyway. To get the most out of your shotgun, you always want to use your melee with it too. So just a heads up. So yeah, the last mission we did, it's one of my least favorites in the game. That's in the entire series. For the sheer fact that I mean, you saw that. You saw what that was. It was needlessly difficult, in my opinion, for all the wrong reasons. You know. I'm probably gonna die here. Am I actually gonna die at the gun course? I might actually die in the gun course. Yeah, I died in the gun course. Oh, how do you like that? Yeah, I remember using a wave gun. It's probably the better way to go. Just because you're gonna be doing a lot of surrounded missions. A lot of enemies just surround you, and just to avoid the embarrassment of dying in a gun course like I did. Which, I mean, it happens. I think I died in here the first time I did this part because it's like I just don't like slow firing weapons. I mean, I get it's a freaking powerhouse and stuff, but it's like I'd rather take an okay fast firing weapon than a slow powerful weapon, you know? Yeah, this is to get our new weapon. As you can see, Tess had it out on the table when we first walked in. It is actually probably, in my opinion, the best level 3 weapon that we're going to get. I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but you know, it's a pretty good one. Also, that entire exchange was just amazing. I mean, it was cringy as all get out, and Jack was just like, "Really, guys? Really? Are we doing this now? Are we really doing this now?" And it's like, yes, Jack, we are. And it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, you think it's out of character for Daxter, but honestly, it's so out of character, it's kind of in character for him, and I just love it. One reason why he's one of the best supporting characters ever put into fiction, and I will fight. Well, I won't fight anybody in your opinion to disagree, but I'm going to argue against you the entire way. Is that it? Oh, that didn't get bronze.
Not bad shooting, Dark Boy. Here's a nice boomstick for your sidekick, baby. Go give him hell, boys. Then come back, and I'll scratch you behind your ears.
Oh dear. The Plasmite RPG. Basically, we have a grenade launcher. And it is glorious. Now let's go check out some secrets real quick. I think we have a few. We can increase our ammo capacity. We can actually increase how fast the scattergun shoots. This one I think. Now why can't I get this one yet? I probably need to buy some upgrades first. So we're gonna go ahead and just buy some ammo capacity upgrades. And then get this. Trust me, you'll want this. We can get that one. We can get this one. Because these are weapons, these are secrets. And you can get a level select. You can get Dark Jack homing attacks. These are some cheat codes. We're going to hold off on getting some cheat codes from him because I think upgrades I think are okay for right now. So we're going to get and I think that's gonna be so we only have 2 Precursor ores available. If I had thought about it earlier, I could have gotten the Robot Shock, which I believe it just does more damage to robots with the Arc Wielder, but like I said, you know, it would not have helped too much in the last one, considering that we get them randomly. I would probably save up to get better ammo efficiency on this one, because I believe one shot of this, I think one shot of this is 10 shots. So I think ammo efficiency essentially makes it where it takes 5 shots to fire one instead of, well, 10. So that's something to look into. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Naughty Ottsel, and we're going to call it a part there. We got a decent amount done. We went through one of my least favorite gaming moments in Jak and Daxter. It's probably the worst. It definitely ranks up there of us as some of my least favorite moments in gaming, just because of how really difficult it is. We got to see some more tests in Daxter being unbearable, and that's about it. So, I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I will catch you later.